Hey everyone, sorry it's been a while since I've done a video. I had to have my port replaced last week because it was no longer functioning the way it should be. And then I unfortunately came down with the stomach flu, which was horrendous over the weekend, and I just needed a couple days to recover from that. So, today I want to talk about something a friend of mine brought up, and something that a lot of us who are chronically ill have not a problem with, but talk about with each other, and that is a normal, healthy person, still being friends with a chronically ill person. How do you handle it? What do you say? Things like that. First and foremost, it is very common for those of us who are chronically ill to lose friends and to feel abandoned by people. If they don't come around, they stop calling, they stop texting, they stop including you and stuff, things like that. We are still human. We may be sick, but there are days that we can get out there and do something. Extend the offer. The worst it's going to be is that we say no, we don't feel good, or no, we have an appointment or something. But at least have us included. We don't want to be treated differently. That's the thing that I like about, my best friends. They have me, they're joking around, we're talking, we're just sitting there the same way we did, 10 years ago in high school. Can't believe it's been that long. Sorry. But, still treat us as a normal person. When we're not feeling good, when, we're down, just ask us how we're feeling. What can we do? Do you need anything? And sometimes company is just what we need, or that person to show that little bit of compassion, be there for us. Some of us spend a lot of time in the hospital. Come visit for even 5 minutes, if you're able to. A phone call saying, hey, how are you doing? Any updates? Are you bored? Do you want something? Do you want me to bring you like a board game or something like that? Things like that. Don't don't focus, I guess I should say, on our illness. We already have to, and being reminded of it when we're trying to have a good time and we're actually feeling okay, just kind of sucks. So if you've known this person for a long time, if you've been friends with them and you know their personality, you'll know the days that they're having a hard day. And, it's just that little extra, do you need anything? Or, hey, do you just want to go, it's Friday night, usually you go out to the club or whatever you do. Hey, let's just stay in, let's do a girls' night in, or if it's a guy, just come over and watch TV, or watch a movie, things like that. You don't have to change your entire life for a person that is chronically ill, but, sometimes there has to be that adjustment. And again, we want to be treated as though we aren't chronically ill. We don't want to be reminded constantly. Now, of course, if we're in pain or we start to feel sick, then something has to be done about it. I have a couple of friends who, if they were around and I started to get sick, they would know what to do to get me my Zofran, or to start my IV bags for saline infusions. things like that. So sometimes it's nice to take a minute and say, you are one of my friends, let's go out, but have a talk with that person. I want to know what to do if, we are out and you start not to feel well. Do I take you home? Do I take you to the hospital? Do you need a ride? Things like that. Some who are chronically ill cannot drive. Like currently, I am not allowed to drive because of my stress seizures back in November. Michigan states that you have to wait 6 months after any loss of consciousness to make sure that you won't, it's not a recurring thing. So I can't drive. I'm stuck at home, calling someone and saying, hey, do you just want to go to Target or go to Walmart with me? Or coming over and just spending time with them and doing something. It's the little things that count, not, some people who are wheelchair bound, just pushing their wheelchair for them. It's things like that, that's what makes it easier for us. It's so easy to look at a chronically ill person and just say, you can't do that stuff anymore, too bad for you, we just won't include you. Offering out that hand actually means a lot. It can get very depressing being chronically ill, and seeing pictures or posts, since nowadays everything is on the internet, Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, that all your old friends are hanging out together and nobody thought of you, or and relationship being broken up because of this. A lot of spouses can't handle it, and it's just not fair. It's like, it's something that a lot of us go through. And, I try and not be upset every time I lose a friend, but it does hurt. But at the same time, I have friends who are willing to drive 700 miles to come for 3 days for my fundraiser. I have friends, one of my friends is, besides the fact that she knows I have a feeding tube, I have a port that may show, I may get sick, she's still putting me in her wedding. And, drawing that out there means so much to people like us, and it's, I can't even think of the word. I mean, it means a lot. I hate seeing some of my sisters lose friends or lose their relationship with a spouse because they don't know how to handle it. And, I guess the spouse is a little bit different because you have to handle everything that's going on at home. But, support is the biggest thing. So if you're throwing, if the chronically ill person is doing something, if they have wristbands or something like that, just show a little bit of support. Ask for one of their wristbands or get a t-shirt that, has to do with whatever they're going through, or if they're having a fundraiser, go to the fundraiser, or, at least offer some help, things like that. Offer ideas, to just distract them, craft projects, things like that. And visiting in the hospital, I can't stress it enough. You don't have to do much as a friend for those who are chronically ill. You just need to be there and just be you, and allow us to be us. We don't get that a lot of the times. You know, if we're having a good day, we have to take it. So when we have that moment of time, you know, where we're sitting there and we're trying, hey, let's go do something, you know, I'll take it, because it may not come again for another 2-3 months. You know, even if it's something that you don't feel like doing, I'll suggest something, say, well, maybe, you know, let's not do that, let's do something else. But on our good days, we need to take advantage of it, and, you know, it's nice if you would try and take advantage of it with us. On our bad days, like I said, just support, coming and sitting and watching a movie. You know, I have friends who will come and sit, and I'm laying in bed in pain, nauseated, you know, with my feeding tube running and my saline pump, or my saline drip going, and they're just sitting right beside me on the bed, and we're watching movies, you know, eating some of my candies, because that's some of the stuff that I can handle, you know. Spend a night doing that, or spend a night doing nails and things like that. And also trying to treat you as normal as possible. Trying to just do, you know, doing easy things, you know, just, you know, being there for them. You don't have to be overbearing. Are you okay? What do you need? Do you need this? Do you need that? You know, if we need help, we will ask for it. It's not something that we are afraid of. You don't, if we're out, you don't have to do everything for us. You don't have to, you know, okay, you need a glass of Coke and run and get a glass of Coke. Okay, you need this, you know, you need to go to the restroom and take us to the restroom. You know, 90% of us can do that. Now, some people are wheelchair bound and need a little bit more help. I know some people who are wheelchair bound who still do so much themselves, though, so it just depends on the person. But, you know, there's two extremes. Some people leave, and some people are just way too overbearing. So you gotta meet in the middle and just treat your friend with love, with care. You know, be there for them. Abandonment is such a hard thing to deal with when you're fighting for your life, and the more people that are there for you, the more you're willing to fight. And you know, it's harder. I think it's a little bit easier on adults, because adults are more willing to say, hey, I'm having a hard time dealing with this, you know, with you being sick, and I just don't know what to do. Kids their mentality is different, and I just don't think that they have it in them to come out and say that, you know. But as an adult, it does not hurt to come out and say, I'm having a hard time, you know, dealing with this. I don't know what to do. You know, tell me what is okay, what is not okay, things like that. And have that talk. I've had it with a few friends of mine, and it's made things better between us. You know, if, you know, it's just easier when you're surrounded by friends. So, you know, I know I've repeated myself 100 times, but, you know, what to do, how to act, you know, it's different day to day based on the person who is chronically ill, but treating that person like, you know, they're not sick. If they're really not having a good day, you can, you know, still come over and act, you know, treating them normally, treating them as you would before they got sick, because you knew them before they got sick, and so treating them that way, like the way you talk, what you talk about, that should never change. And if you really are spending a lot of time with that person, you know, asking questions, you know, about their feeding tube and their pump, or like I have a port, so like my medications and my flushes, things like that, you know, knowing what to do in case something happens and that person cannot verbalize to you what to do. helps also. Knowing that you care enough to be there and help us, or knowing that you care enough to prepare for that means a lot also. So, it's a matter of day-to-day basis how you treat a person that is chronically ill. Again, hey, how are you? The person says they're not having a good day, try and cheer them up. If the person is having a good day, take advantage of it, do something with them. But pretty much, just be there for the person. That's all you have to do. And as adults, it's easier to come back and say, hey, I know I haven't been there and I'm really sorry. Kids, again, like I said, their mentality is not there, but hopefully one day, it'll click for them too, because I know a lot of younger people who have lost friends, and it hurts them, and I don't blame them, but, to me, I've put it as, if you are no longer with me on this journey, you were not meant to help me, with my journey through all of this. So, those who have stuck around, I love each and every single one of you. You know who you are. Those who have come into my life over the past couple of years and have, grown to know as my Spoonie family, I could not be more thankful to have you guys as my Spoonie family. And those who have left, it's your loss, because all of us who are chronically ill, we're going to get somewhere. And a difference is going to be made by all of us. And you will not be with us on that journey. And, it's too bad for you, because, we are all great people. And we only deserve the best. So those who are around you, those are the ones who are staying with you. That's the best for you. Don't cry over spilled milk. To my Spoonie family, better people are to come, whether they're chronically ill or healthy. And for those of you who are healthy, and who stick around, kudos to you. I know it's hard, but you are loved beyond everything by that friend. And the longer you stay, the more you deal with, the more you see, and the more you just be there for them, the stronger the friendship you're going to build. So, that's the advice that I can give. I know I did a lot of repeating of myself, but, you just can't stress it enough. And, it's something, honestly, that, it's just, some of my videos, I know what I'm going to say and plan. This one is just from the heart, because I have lost friends. I have friends who are not always there. And I have some really amazing friends. And, it's hard, but with those who stay in your life, you guys are amazing. Thank you. I love you so much. And I hope this video helps you guys, any of you, just a little more, to be there for your friend who is chronically ill. Feel free to send me in more questions, more video topics, and I will be doing another video later this week. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Take care of your Spoonie. If you're healthy, Spoonies, just stay strong and, keep up the fight. And actually, that's one more thing that I wanted to say. Rather than saying get better, chronically ill, chronic means constant. And it's going to be forever. hopefully one day they find cures for all of us, but at this time, this is our lives. So for me, rather than hearing, I hope you feel better, I want to hear stay strong, keep fighting, because that's the reality. That's what I'm doing. I'm staying strong. I'm fighting. I'm standing here, and I'm going to win this battle with my body. But my body's not going to get better. So, it may seem a little bit confusing at first, but take that thought, into, just think about it and sit on it for a few days, and you'll see what I mean. Again, send me other questions. I hope everyone has a good day. If you're in Michigan, I hope you're enjoying this blizzard that we're having. Love you all.